What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and about that, I'm gonna make a video every Thursday, Sunday, Saturday. I'm not gonna do that. I changed my mind. I'm gonna make a video every day. Yep. So I'm here with my first reaction, and I'm gonna make a shout out to Bill's channel. I'm not gonna put the link to his to him, but because I don't know how to. But you can go check him out. And this is 10 amazing facts about 10 amazing dragon facts. Let's go into it. I'm gonna be quiet. Whoa.
Hey guys, Bill here. You know what's really amazing? How many pictures and videos of dragons that you guys sent in. One of the most popular of them all is this one. It's a video that claims to show a dragon flying in the skies above India. Okay, now we're going to be taking a deep look into that video to find out whether it's real or not.
Whoa.
But not today. Today I thought what we would do is take a little deeper look at the subject of dragons themselves. That way we'll have a broader perspective on this subject when we really start to dig into that video, okay? Now, to help us out is going to be Sam from the Be Amazed channel. Now, as many of you are already aware, Sam has his own series here on Bill's channel, and he's really good at digging up interesting facts on various subjects, like dragons, okay? So sit back, relax, and I'll see you at the end of the video with a really big question, so hang in there.
Dragons are awe-inspiring patchwork creatures found in myths and legends of cultures all around the world. They're thought of as mythical, legendary creatures that exist in ancient stories passed down through generations. Whilst there is little to no evidence of them having ever existed, the tales of them in movies, books and folklore will amaze and astound you in many ways.
Amazing!
Here are 10 fascinating facts about dragons. Number 10. Origins. No one really knows where the legends and stories of dragons came from or started. However, it has been speculated that various animals, including crocodiles and bearded dragons, inspired the stories behind these mythical creatures. It has even been suggested that their fire-breathing characteristic has its origins rooted in accounts of spitting cobras. Number 9. Real-life dragons. Many lizards from the Agamidae family that share characteristics similar to mythological dragons have been named after them. For example, the Komodo dragon, which has poisonous saliva, and the frilled dragon, which has an expandable frill surrounding its head and neck. Number 8. Dragons across cultures. Tales of dragons appear in numerous cultures throughout the world. From Scotland to Cambodia, they're prominent figures in folklore. However, their anatomy, behaviour, symbolism, and what they mean to society are quite different depending on whether the dragon in question is of European or East Asian folklore. The East seems to value and respect dragons for their magic, beauty, and the luck they bring, which is why they are used in ceremonies and parades. However, this view is drastically distinguished from the European conception, where dragons are viewed as monsters, much like the ones we see in the movies. In the West, they are a menace to society and capable of wreaking havoc. Number 7. Appearance. Most dragons appear to have scales and a tail, though not all of them have wings, and they come in various shapes and colours. Most Western dragons are described as having wings, horns, and spikes, although most Oriental dragons are described as more like serpentine creatures without these features, and instead have non-Western dragon characteristics, such as barbs, hair, and feathers. So next time you see a picture of a dragon, you'll be able to tell which culture it originated from. Number 6. Size. Dragons of the fictional modern-day entertainment world appear just as varied in size to dragons in folklore. Some are relatively small, similar to house pet-sized creatures, whereas others can be miles long. Relatively speaking, Balerion, the dragon from Game of Thrones, is huge, but it's not exactly the largest dragon from the fiction world. That title goes to Ancalagon the Black from Lord of the Rings, which is so big that when it fell over and died, it destroyed the whole mountain range it fell on. Number 5. The cost of a modern-day dragon. Dragons may be cheap to imagine, but they're certainly not cheap to create using computer-generated imagery. Roughly speaking, it costs a minimum of $80,000 for a minute's worth of dragon footage to be animated. That figure relates to the estimated cost of the Game of Thrones dragon Balerion. Number 4. Dragon defenses. You might have thought that fire breathing is a common characteristic among dragons, but that's not always the case. Indeed, most Western dragons are thought to breathe fire, although some, particularly from Norse mythology, are instead said to blow ice. Oriental dragons, on the other hand, are less frequently mentioned as fire breathers. Number 3. Where they live. Some cultural stories refer to dragons residing in deep places under the oceans. Other tales say they hide in deep caves or even possibly on high mountaintops. Basically, and rather obviously, dragons are said to live where ancient people couldn't reach. Number 2. Dragon docufiction. If all this talk about dragons has got you all inspired, then you should watch The Last Dragon. It's not like one of those fake sightings that you see on the internet, but an actual fictional documentary speculating how dragons might have existed in the real world and whether their evolution is scientifically feasible. You will have to keep reminding yourself that it's a fantasy documentary. Nonetheless, it certainly makes you wonder. Number 1. Paleontologist blunders. Much like the paleontologists in the aforementioned movie, paleontologists in this real world have genuinely let their imagination take over by assuming that dinosaur fossils actually come from dragons. Evidently, dragons will always remain a figment of our imagination, no matter if they're real or not. This video has been made for Bill's channel by myself, Sam. I also make videos on my own channel called Be Amazed. There'll be a link in the description, so please check it out for more amazing videos.
Hey, thanks, Sam. That was a great report. But do you know which are my favorite dragons? My favorites are those 2 from the HBO cable series called Game of Thrones. Those things are awesome. And now, remember at the beginning of the video when I told you I had a really big question for you? Well, you probably already kind of guessed what it is. And that is, there's a lot of people out there who think dragons are real. But then there's a lot of people who don't. So what I'd like you to do is go up here to the old voting section and let me know what your opinion is, okay? Either real or fake. And before I forget, I'm also going to be leaving a...
Okay, guys, now it's you to vote. I'm gonna be like him. This time you can't put like real or fake. You have to comment down below.
Link to Sam's Be Amazed channel up here. That way you can easily hop over and let him drag you into binge watching like he does me. See you next time.
If you're watching those channels, subscribe now. Whoa, that was it of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and bye.